Hey guys, I don't know if you guys had a long week, but clearly I look like I did. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to. So the thing is, I have actually tried out life coaching,
which has been growing in popularity among Gen Z and Millennials. By the time I hit 30, I just want to have a healthy amount of self-esteem.
And what surprised me was that it really resembled talk therapy. So talk therapy is when you talk through issues with a mental health practitioner. And to make things a little more confusing, both industries are self-regulated. So in fact, you guys shared questionable experiences with mental health practitioners and life coaches. How do I then pick between therapists and life coaches, and how do I even know who is legit and who isn't?
So, I got some life coaches and therapists together to get us answers. All four of them often work with young adults like me.
For me, my entry point is often career, and career is such a big part of our life, and inevitably they will talk about life purpose.
So it could be a mid-career switch that they're considering, whether it's time for them to move on to something new. Another type of client that I've worked with is someone who wants to understand the bigger questions like, what's my life purpose?
Most of my clients come to me for work-related stress, anxiety caused by childhood trauma.
A lot of anxiety, and occasionally also relationship challenges. It really depends on what that stressor is.
Okay, maybe like performance anxiety. Like my boss is standing behind me, then for some reason I just can't process.
Anxiety is not a bad thing. It actually has a really deeply protective and adaptive function. The first phase, figuring out what it is that I'm anxious about. After that, I tend to move on to the next phase. Okay, what sorts of skills do I need? How can I manage it and tolerate it such that it can help me without hurting me as much? And then the third phase, we sometimes go into, okay, what is underlying the anxiety? Why did I even have those responses?
To me, background is very important. I'll ask about family, growing up, and from there we'll talk about trigger points, like what triggers the anxiety. Is it really work? Is it really the boss? Or is it something deeper than that?
I know the answer. It's always the inner child. So, with a therapist, you can expect help with managing tough emotions such as anxiety. You would learn skills to cope and maybe even figure out why you feel like that. With more sessions, you could even work on healing from past trauma. So if I come to you asking you what's my life purpose, right? I feel stuck at work, or I just feel that my work is getting mundane, not mine. Or I just don't feel like I'm progressing in life in terms of work.
For empathize you first, it must have been really frustrating for you to be at this stage with your career. Second step, what is your goal? So now that you are struggling with this, where do you want to head to? The third step is I'll go straight into challenging the client. I would actually ask questions like, it seems like you are not happy here and yet you are staying here. So what made you stay? Or what are you still looking for? Giving them that perspective itself to ponder about career.
But why not, meet someone who is within that industry? I don't know, reach out on LinkedIn or, right?
Someone within the industry would be giving advice based on their own life experiences. These were the paths that they chose. These were some of the decision points and criteria they used. When you want an objective perspective, I think that's what distinguishes between a coach and your friends and mentors or industry experts.
We surface our honest observation and question in a very respectful manner so that you are appreciated as a person and you can make sound decisions for yourself.
While therapies can help you deal with past trauma safely, the goal of life coaches is to hold a space that allows you to think through upcoming life goals. They're willing to ask you the tough questions in a respectful manner so you can come to a conclusion that is truly your own.
Therapy look in the past or heal, whereas coaching look forward to help you to achieve.
So therapy never touches on the future.
Not exactly
With therapy, we actively make space for an understanding of how our past has affected us, how that plays into the present and how that might play into the future if we let it continue.
So anything to do with unpacking my past, that's beyond the scope of a life coach?
There might be times where you still talk about the past.
And as we dive deeper and stay a little longer, I will explicitly call out, it seems like this is a therapy space. Would you like me to continue to hear you out? However, I won't be able to give you further intervention. And this is where therapists come in to kind of help this person to reconcile the past. I work quite closely with some of the therapists to make sure that I can refer someone to them if needed.
How are therapists or psychologists more equipped in untangling someone's past as compared to a life coach?
Because of our training, the amount of hours that we've gone through, we're under the supervision of very experienced practitioners. We have equipped ourselves with the skill sets to be able to navigate into a person's past. But when we unpack a person's past, we must also have the skills to pack it back and have the person decompress and be ready to exit the session safely.
Boundaries and dual relationships, meaning if I'm your therapist, I should not also have another relationship with you like a friend. I shouldn't be a family as well.
The coach is constantly name dropping of their clients and sharing their stories.
When the therapist brings in their personal moral values and their beliefs into the therapy session,
They spend more time advising, giving their interpretation of your scenario and telling you what you should be doing.
Not gonna lie, seeking help can feel overwhelming and vulnerable. But what I realized is that knowing what to expect from a life coach or therapist is a good start. If I'm struggling with difficult emotions and challenges at my workplace or in my relationships, I'll go to a therapist. They help me understand how my past is contributing to it and then equip me with coping skills. But what if I don't think what's holding me back is in my past? If I feel stuck and unsure on how to move forward in work or life, a life coach could be a more structured and objective sounding board than friends or colleagues. Just remember, it's a total red flag if your life coach starts digging up past trauma or offering advice. Do you have more tips on how to choose between a life coach or therapist? Share with me in the comments below. And if you have any stories you would like Talking Point to investigate, you can send us at the email here. Thank you for watching and remember to subscribe to CNA Insider.